In this episode, Taylor gets a tattoo, and then we take you on a tour of Old San Juan, where Taylor has a thing with some pigeons. This season of Sailing Doodles features Bobby, Taylor, and our special guest for the next few weeks, fellow YouTubers, Babe, Where's My Passport? So follow along on our journey as we set sail for the Caribbean in our 1989 CT-56. This channel is made possible by our patrons. Thank you so much. In our previous video, we welcomed back a former crew member, had the fuel polished, and then explored the waterfalls of El Yunque rainforest. On our way on a provisioning run, probably our last one before we get out to the sea.
So this morning we actually found out that the US has closed their borders to Europe.
Is about to.
So just kind of a chain reaction. Other countries might be doing the same thing, following suit. So this morning we're making an extra run to the grocery store to grab some, you know, meat and produce and stuff like that, just to have a little extra, because if we wait a couple of days, there might not be anything left on the shelves.
So far, the unlike in the States and like Europe and Australia and all that, we see these crazy runs on toilet paper. It hasn't been like that down here in the islands. Everybody's been pretty relaxed, you know. Nobody's like even every time we're not going to go buy out the whole store. We're just going to buy what we need. You know, we're not going to overdo it. And I think that's what everybody needs to do. Just get enough to get while don't hoard, you know, to whatever. Yeah. Speaking of toilet paper, watch our video on how to install a bum gun on your boat. Do the same thing for your house. You don't need toilet paper, or not as much of it. Okay. It wasn't a good sign that the parking lot to the grocery store was absolutely full by 8 a.m. So far, the shelves are really well stocked here. I mean, there's not running short on anything, which is good. Well, as we got there, more and more people got there and filled up their carts, just overfilling to the brim. Makes me a little worried there. I mean, this place could be empty in a couple days. Hopefully it doesn't, but man, people are starting to panic. We were able to stock the boat with just the barest of essentials. We managed to stock a little food as well. Alright, so it's been fun having you guys on here for the last couple weeks. But
it's gone so quick.
Yeah, well, we're still hanging out the rest of the weekend though, so
yeah,
that's so sad.
A few more days.
Yeah.
San Juan.
Go to San Juan and go have, well, I don't know how much fun we're actually gonna do in San Juan. We got this coronavirus thing going on, so.
Yeah, we're actually flying home early. We're not going to Texas anymore. We're going back to the Netherlands before they shut the border. Yeah. So we're just gonna wait it out for a few weeks and
see what happens.
You guys are all stocked up? You got the food?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're stocked up. I mean, man, that guy, that's just awful. Look at that weight.
In a marina.
Well, I'm sad that this is like your guys' last moment with the boat, but I'm glad we still got like another couple days together.
2 more days.
Yeah. We're gonna make the most of it. We're gonna make the most of it.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Let's head to San Juan. Woo! We left Punky back on the boat while we headed to Old San Juan.
It is tattoo time. We are here at 1711 Tattoo Studio, and I'm about to get my 4th tattoo. And you guys will see what it is in a minute.
Taylor had done a lot of research selecting Tattoo Studio 1711, and she was pretty excited about it.
So this is my friend here, Juan Lopez. He is the owner of the shop called 1711 Tattoo Studio here in Puerto Rico.
I'm doing tattoo for 25 years, 26.
Longer than I've been alive. So I trust him.
So that is the
design.
The design.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
So this gives us a general idea. Not that bad.
Ahora sin ti estoy tan solo, no es fácil. Te quiero, baby, hasta que nazca el sol, hasta que nazca el sol. Dame tu amor, dame tu amor.
So how do you like the tattoo?
Well, I love it. I mean, it's hard to see with the wrap on, but he did an awesome job. I really love it.
Well, hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thanks for the hard work there. We'll be linking to his shop. If you're in Puerto Rico, want to get a tattoo?
Nice.
All right, man.
Nice to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you too. So I know a lot of you guys aren't a fan of tattoos or whatever, but that's your right. You don't have to, and that's her right to do what she wants to her body. So you guys, please respect that, and she can do whatever she wants. All right, since we were down here in San Juan getting her tattoo anyway, we decided to see the sights for a day. We'll do that before the coronavirus thing blows up. It's the date today is March 13th. They just did the travel ban. Things are kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
All the grocery stores have been bought out, so we're gonna do one day of sightseeing and then we're gonna get back on the boat and get out on the islands. So Old Town San Juan has these beautiful cobbled streets with the colorful buildings, and it's really a sight you don't see much in the States. It's one of the actually oldest cities in the New World. So Columbus, on this 1492 trip, he first made landfall in Hispaniola, which is Dominican and Haiti. And then I believe Puerto Rico was next. So he discovered Puerto Rico in 1492. I'm sure all the history trolls will correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below.
So this area right here is La Perla, or the Pearl. And it's actually kind of known for being not one of the safest places to go. If you do want to check it out, they recommend that you bring kind of a guide or like a local with you, because it can be kind of dangerous. And
La Perla is also where they filmed the, it was like one of those viral videos, Despacito.
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 It's a music video.
Whatever.
You know?
Yeah, it definitely smells a bit like urine over here.
Pot.
Yeah, urine and pot. It's too bad. I mean, that'd be a beautiful place, but I think it is kind of like, you know, they're not allowed to build there anymore. So. Old Town San Juan is a charming place with tons of history. So this monument is actually celebrating the 500-year anniversary of discovering Puerto Rico. So in 1992 they erected this. That was 500 years after Columbus first saw land. So, and then it's really became an important place because of San Juan Bay. And San Juan Bay is the only really usable anchorage on the north coast of Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico is a pretty valuable place for staging in the Caribbean. So. And so for that reason, they built El Morro, which we're going to go see right now, is a big giant castle to fort to defend San Juan Bay. So this is El Morro right here, and its defenses actually stretch a long way down that way. There's another fort down that way. I'm not sure, I can't remember the name of it, but it's also quite big like this. So really this whole area was defended right here, and then over on this side is San Juan Bay, deep water bay, really useful for shipping and especially back in the day, right? Because there are no other usable anchorages on the north coast. And you can see across over there, there's a small little fort on the other side just to kind of get some crossfire going. And they also kept this whole area clear right here because they were defending against ground attacks, you know, people sneaking up from the back and all that. So they have the high ground over here and a big open area, so this would just be a killing field if somebody was trying to come up from behind them.
And actually, I was reading on the sign back there that it's popular tradition for Puerto Ricans to come here and fly a bunch of their kites. We don't really see anybody here today doing that. Maybe it has something to do with the virus,
yeah.
But...
well, they just declared a national emergency yesterday for the coronavirus, so not too many people out and about. Spanish started building this fort in 1530 something, and it took them 250 years to get to the way it is now, basically. In 1790 it was pretty much finished, and the Spanish held this fort for 400 years. They fought off multiple attacks from the Dutch, the British, French, everybody, and actually it never actually fell, I don't think. But the Spanish-American War in the late 1800s, when America won, we got Puerto Rico as part of the prize. So yeah, You had to think this, I mean, especially when they were under attack, everything, they had to have a whole little city in here. So they had chapel, they had a kitchen, they had, you know, everything, blacksmith, you know, they have to be able to cook and do all that stuff and run the city while they're under siege. So each one of these little cuts would have had its own cannon, and they would have been able to swivel a few degrees, go up and down, and that way they could catch you as you're coming in. I mean, trying to sail a boat in here, I mean, would be suicide basically. So this is the perfect place, obviously, if you want to set up, defend this bay. This fort is great. So boom, coming in right here, easy cannon shot. Whereas they got the elevation, it'd be a lot harder for those guns to come back up here. You got hundreds of guns here. That ship would be obliterated. And then of course, there was another fort on the other side shooting at him as well. So, extremely well defended bay. And they were well defended against land attacks too. You can see all these gun placements here. These are all gun placements pointed back towards the city itself. So Old San Juan is right there. So if there was any force coming from that way, yeah, you got them in this big open field. There's no way they could sneak up on you. So really cool piece of history. Almost 500 years ago, they started building this. Pretty neat. So it is really hot out here. So they also invented the pina colada here in Puerto Rico. So we're gonna go to one of the places that, there's two places that claim to it. We're gonna go to the one that I think probably has the best chance of actually doing it. All right, so I believe that's like the governor's house, and so that's where they have the flags there. That's a landmark here, but there's also a landmark up here. The invention of the pina colada, Barachina. We're gonna go there and give it a shot. And it's hot, we could use one.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
Barachina is the first place ever to make a pina colada, although the San Juan Hilton also claims those honors.
Cheers. Alright, let's get a shot.
It's like sour, and then sweet, and then strong.
It's good.
Maybe the most real tasting. Some of the other ones taste very fake, very, like it's just the mix, you know? This one tastes really good.
So what'd you think?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't life-changing, but it was good.
I've had better, for sure. But hey, you gotta do the original. After a quick change of clothes, we were headed out for the evening.
We're not even phased at all.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No, stay straight. Stay straight. Stay straight. Straight.
That's great. That's great.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful picture you're gonna you get it.
Oh my god! It's so weird.
Alright, that's good.
You don't expect it to fly. You don't expect that. You see? Now you have something beautiful to take.
Yeah.
So this afternoon we're taking a walking food tour.
Sunset walking.
Sunset walking. It's the Spoon Company.
And so I think we'll be stopping at a few different places.
Yeah, it takes like 3 hours. So we'll, if you want to do this tour, it'll be linked down in the show notes where you can find it. But hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Watch out for the birds though. We met up with the group for our tour. So we are going to hit 5 different places tonight.
Yeah.
This is Rocio, our guide.
Hello.
And she is from Old San Juan, yeah?
Yes,
All right, cool. So we're going to have some good food tonight?
definitely. And
All right.
drinks.
And cocktails.
And drinks.
All right, there you go. That's the important part, the cocktails. Our first stop was the Choco Bar, and guess what? They specialize in chocolate. We headed back to a private room where they brought us our first treat, cheese and chocolate. Oh, eat it together. All right, so they do cheese and chocolate together. Oh, you didn't wait. She didn't wait.
An interesting combination.
Pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah. Definitely salty.
I think it would be better in hot chocolate.
Of course, you can never go wrong with a chocolate martini. Cheers.
Chocolate mix.
Wow.
That is really good.
That is really good.
It's like a frozen alcohol chocolate milk.
Just
Yeah,
straight
so it's got rum, Bailey's,
Alright.
chocolate.
And white chocolate shavings on top.
Not bad.
Bartolo because it leaves the barrel.
I like it, okay? I may be downing it a little fast.
Barrel for like 10 years. So it's gotten, I guess, the color.
Okay, we started with dessert first. Now we are headed to the second place.
Best way to do it.
Yeah, so we will figure out where we're going next. Rocio took us to a place called Hincho en Casa, where they specialize in Mofongo.
Good.
Chicken sauce and Mofongo. Plantain. Can't beat it. It's a pretty good Mofongo here at Hincho en Casa. It means made at home. And we're on to the next place. I don't know where it is, but
I'm excited to check it out.
So far, chocolate and Mofongo. I mean, we're on with that.
So far.
Old San Juan is like it's separated in areas. You got uphill and downhill. Downhill is like the commercial port. Well, now it's a cruise ship port, but it used to be the commercial stuff. Then up the hill a little bit is all the living
residential.
Yeah, and then you go to the very top of the hill, it's where all the bars are.
Party town.
Yeah, I meant we keep going uphill, so maybe that's the way we're headed. We were ready for some Puerto Rican style barbecue. Might as well indulge in some fresh squeezed cocktails also. All right, 3 places down. We have 2 more to go so far.
I'm gonna take you on a more historical, beautiful walk, so you make some digestion before
All right,
the next stop. All right.
I see. I was trying to not get too full,
Right.
so I'm pacing myself here.
Yeah.
It's a sunset walking food tour, so of course we had to check out the beautiful sunset. So she's giving us a little history lesson as well. So this was the original fort built in the early 1500s. And when engineers came over and the military came over and looked at it, they're like, you're crazy, you can't put that there. So they scratched that and started building El Morro at the entrance to the bay. So, but this is now the governor's house, and it's been the longest continuously occupied governor's house for a long time. This is the original town square. That's the church. That behind us was the town hall, and then we're gonna go check out this hotel and restaurant here.
It used to be a nunnery.
Yeah.
Open up my ears. That's our shit.
I love it. Coconut mojitos are amazing. I never would have thought of that combination until somebody we knew had it the other day, and you can't beat it, honestly. It's good.
Made 4 really good stops, but it's starting to wind down now. I know I'm getting full.
It's starting to show.
And
this is a bad dress to wear for a food tour.
Yeah, right? So now at our last stop, it'll be dessert.
Oh, even though we technically started with dessert, but
yeah,
whatever.
Fine. We started and finished dessert, that's okay.
I mean, you can check it for yourself. Yeah? Come on up.
Barely fit it.
Fit what? What are you going to say?
So this is the smallest building, what?
Narrowest
building. It's 4 feet wide and it goes 70 feet deep.
It's actually got,
2 stories.
it's got
Like a kitchen, a bathroom, and a tiny little bedroom, I guess. Our last stop was a little ice cream for dessert.
That's the right one.
Can I do pineapple?
Is it good? We're back where we started.
Well, thank you, Rocio.
Thank you.
Hey, and guys, she's single.
She's a great tour guide. Let her show you around.
All right.
I'm full. I'm so full.
That was a good food tour. So I mean, it's just as good as going to dinner somewhere. And you get to see the city. So there's a link below if you'd like to come see them. It's the Spoon Experience.
It was really awesome, like totally worth it. You got to see so much, try so much. And like otherwise, we were saying earlier that you would, you'd be sitting there looking on Google and like arguing about the 5 different places you want to go, and you would only go to 2 of them.
Yep.
So this way you get the best of everything.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna go drop the camera off and then go to the bars.
There's one, sounds like a car. There's loads on there. There's 3 under the car and 2 chilling on top.
No, Taylor.
I feel like the cat's gonna have coronavirus. This one looks.
You could have some kind of virus.
This one looks clean.
Yeah, well, still a stray cat.